Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. But wait, there's more. Go to the show's page. Go to Shawn and Maya in the morning, like that page as well. So not only will you be following Sports Zone Chicago, but you'll be following Shawn and Maya in the morning. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, man. Go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button. Okay? Click the subscribe button. Hold on. Pardon me. I have the window open here, so it's a little nippy. We'll go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, hit the subscribe button, but also hit the notification button. That's the bell right next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Listen, we got a lot of cool stuff that we're looking to get to you guys, so do me a favor. Do me a huge favor. Go and make sure you like and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay? It's free. Don't worry about it. It's free for now. But we'd greatly appreciate it. I know a lot of you people, you like the content. Please do us that favor. Hey, if you want to be like a true Chicagoan and vote early, vote often, well, have a couple of different email accounts, and you can subscribe via those email accounts. Okay? Or create them. Doesn't matter. Anyway, if you're watching us on a mobile app, yay. And if you didn't know, come on now. We have our own mobile app. So you listen, wherever you get your apps from, it doesn't matter. Just go there. Whether it's iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Walmart, Kmart, 7-Eleven, Zaire, Zemsky, Macy, Montgomery Ward, Venture, Woolworth, Weebolts, wherever you get them from. You go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it. You take us with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew. And I mean a slew of articles thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. Now, if you're watching us on a Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby, because Sports Zone Chicago, we have our own Roku channel. All right. So if you have a Roku television in the house, do us this favor. Download Sports Zone Chicago's channel to your television. Go ahead, put it right there next to Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, Prime, Apple Plus, Disney, Stars, Paramount Plus. Put us right there next to all of them. So like I said, so you can watch Sports Zone Chicago on the big screen. Hell, we're on the big screen right Ficky now. Now, you can also tweet the show. You can tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me, personally online. You want to know what I did? Well, let me tell you what I did. You want to know what I did? Here's what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. If you want to follow my lovely co-host, Maya Akai, you can follow her on Facebook and Twitter at the Sports Chica. If you want to follow her on Instagram because you're an IGer and you do it just for the gram, well, just follow her at Maya_Akai. It's MAYA_AKAI. We got a great show, but I need you to get interactive with us. So listen, whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or mobile app, leave a question or comment on that app, on that platform. It'll come up here on the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, that's what makes this the best morning Chicago sports show around. And that's you. All right, so bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Let's see what's going on in the chat today. Let's see. Oh, my man, numero uno hoy. My man Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. What's up, Junior? What's up, my man? He's in the house. Cornelius Squall's in the house. What's up, Papa? How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Yeah, Michelle Wall's in the house. He's in the Mickey Ficky house. That's what I'm talking about. Listen. Junior, it's nice you have a nice gentle breeze, coffee, and a donut, especially Sports Zone Chicago with my brother Shawn. All is good. I appreciate it, Papa. I appreciate it. Listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That I can guarantee you. Man, we have a phenomenal show. 10 o'clock, my man Herb Howard, who covers the Bears for the Bigs, he's coming on, and we have a lot to talk about. Junior's silly. We have a lot to talk about with Herb. Obviously, the 800-pound gorilla in the room, okay, with Justin Fields. But there's no discussion. I'm telling you, I've told you what's happened. I'll reiterate it again. I'm going to run my theory by Herb, see what he thinks. Yes. Cornelius. Uh-oh. Let's see. Cornelius. Yeah, here it is. It's truly shameful how the national and local press treated Justin Fields yesterday. They talk about there's no market for him and he's a backup. Sad. Yeah, that's unfortunate, and we're going to dispel that myth today. We're going to talk about it. Yep. You're right, Junior. They want to control it and not report it. Yes. Deacon Fool, what's up, Papa? Good morning. I appreciate it. Justin Fields isn't going anywhere. No, we know it. I caught it. The epiphany hit me the other day. All the things that were happening, and I said it the other day, and I backed it up. Backed that thing up is what I did. Says nothing. I backed all the evidence right up in front of you. All up in front of you. We're going to do that today. Oh, snap. What's up? JB's in the house. Jerry Billings in the house. Good morning, buddy. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Man, whoo-wee. But yes, I'll tell you what, I'm fired up about it. I am, it's extremely disrespectful what route they took, everybody. But no one can see it. No one can see what they're doing. You know what? I'm going to reach out to Ryan Clark. I should reach out to Ryan Clark. We're friends on Facebook. I mean, on Twitter, the Twitter machine. Oh, wow. So he's got it muted. Okay, because he's probably on the air. Yes, he's on the air. Okay, understandable. I'm like, what the hell? I'm going to reach out to Ryan Clark and talk to him. Say, hey, listen, I have a theory, on why this is going to work, why they're not trading Justin, and stop with the nonsense. King, book a world in the Mickey Ficky house. Papa, what is up? How we doing this morning, baby? That's what I'm talking about. And I tell you, the usual suspects are going to check in. Who? Oh, míralo, Mira, his name is AC Adam in the Mickey Ficky house. Man, I'm telling you, I like it a lot, baby. I like it a lot. Yeah, it's been very disrespectful, extremely disrespectful what they're doing to Justin Fields. I don't know whose Cheerios he pissed in or whatever, but man, I don't know. The media has it out for him. They have it out for him. I don't know. But we got stuff to talk about. We got stuff to do. So, guys, you know how we do the first segment of every show. It's called Top of the Morning.
She won't come just when you want it. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Yeah. The first top of the morning topic. Which way do we go? I know which way we go. Stop acting crazy. The Blackhawks, baby. Yay. Woo, Charlie. The Blackhawks yesterday. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where did that one come from? Where did that one come from? Are you kidding me? I know I didn't. There we go. You know what? You know what I actually did? I think I deleted. I hate when that happens. I deleted the the correct one instead of the old one. Here we go. Now, the Blackhawks beat the Anaheim Ducks yesterday on the West Side, 7-2. Mrazek stopped 27 of 29 shots. Connor Bedard had a day, young man. He had a day. He had a goal, his 20th goal of the season. Also had 4 helpers. Put him in 31. Donato lit the lamp for the 9th time. Kurashev is 12th and 13th. Biscuits in the basket. Jones his 4th tally. And Whistle his 4th. And Johnson his 15th. Let me tell you something. I told you, this team is exciting. They're not good. They're exciting. And you see the power, the talent that they have. It's not there yet. Believe me, they're nowhere near competing for a Stanley Cup. Nowhere near it. Okay. And these two teams were equally yoked. But Anaheim has what? 49 points. Yeah, the Blackhawks have 41. 49 points for Anaheim, 41 for the Blackhawks. But a great game. And you know what? What's awesome? You know what I freaking love? Whew. Connor Bedard, baby. Connor Bedard, have a day, young man. Have a day. Connor Bedard he ties Kenny Warham for the Blackhawks rookie record with 5 points in the game. 5 points in the game. And he also joins Eddie Olczyk as the second 18-year-old to score 20 goals for the Blackhawks. Let me see. How many? Let's see, Eddie Olczyk goals. How many did he score when he was 18? See, because that is going to tell us. Because I'll tell you what, I think Freudian slip there. I think he's going to be 25, maybe a 30-goal scorer. Okay, so he scored 20 goals. Okay, in 84-85. I'm talking Eddie Olczyk. Eddie O. Okay. One more tally by Connor Bedard, and he gets the record. Okay. I like it. How many more games? Oh, how many more games are left? They play 82 as well. Right now, the Blackhawks are Which way do we go? So 1843, 5. So you got what? 50, 61, 66. You got 16 games left. It's got to go on a bit of a tear to get 10 more goals. 5 seems a little more realistic. Okay. That's all right, baby. That's okay. Connor Bedard is, man. Connor Bedard is nutso. Man, we got more of the usual suspects checking in. Like I said, what is going on? Oh, my man. Woo-wee. Well, not my man here, but Levette Lee. She's checking in. Good morning, Mama. I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, my sweetheart. Monica, how are you, mija? Niece, she's checking in. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. Oh, man. Black Diamond in a Mickey. Vicky House. Top of the morning to you, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. And you know what? AC Adam, yes, the power play did come alive yesterday, boy. Let me tell you. Whoo, what, they have 3 or 4 goals off the power play? I'll take it. I will take it. But what, you know what? We gotta move on. Cactus League action yesterday. No, did we do that? The White Sox lose to the Giants 5-4. That seems the same. Let me see something. Don't tell me that I. Because if sometimes when I'm. Yeah, that's right. I thought they beat the hell out of them. They did. See, where did that one go? That's crazy. I could have sworn that I did this. And apparently I did not. That's nutso. Because I did that earlier. So I apologize. I'm like, yeah, it was a great game yesterday. So here's what we're gonna do. Here we go. The White Sox blasted the Cincinnati Reds. There we go. There we go. They blasted the Cincinnati Reds 14-1. Whew, it was a massacre. I don't know what else to tell you. It was a massacre. And Dylan Cease was on a bump. He went 3 1/3, 2 hits, an earned run. Walk, 8 punch outs. 8 punch outs for Dylan. Listen, he's ready, baby. Dylan is ready. You know, it sucks that I know he's going to be gone. Or I should say, he's on. People are trying to trade for him. Oh, I didn't get it. Oh, Steve-O. All right. Yeah, it sucks that people are lining up to trade for Dylan Cease, but he's worth it. He is worth it. And the White Sox today, to take on the Colorado Rockies, they travel to Phoenix. First pitch is at 3:05 p.m. It's not on TV. All right, you should be able to catch that on the flagship AM 1000. I was checking the stuff and it was looking a little weird. They said no, check the listing, so I did, and there was no. There was no. So check the listings. Nothing on the TV. So I don't know. Well, the next top of the morning topic: the Cubs. See, this is so weird. Like, I don't understand. Apparently, I swear to goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I had all this taken care of. And it was me who does it, so it was like I have no idea. Oh, we got this one. All right. The Cubs beat the Brew Crew 6-5 yesterday. Justin Steele was on fire. He went 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs earned, 2 runs given up. 9. Your son's been absent from school 9 times, Mrs. Bueller. 9 punch outs for Justin Steele. And he's picking up right where he left off at the end of last season. Cody Bellinger, 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. 3rd and 4th of the spring. This is, I tell you, this is a this is a Cubs team that's going to be competitive, going to be exciting. They're going to be, um, if you're a Cub fan, they're going to be fun to watch. They're going to be fun to watch. If you're a Cub fan, I'm not. Bear Truth 9. Good morning, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. My man, Arturo Arturo Arnold in the house, baby. What's up? Trying to make sure I get everybody in. Chris. No, don't you blaspheme on here, young man. Don't you blaspheme on here. You hear me? I appreciate it. But the Cubs, where are they going? They're traveling to Goodyear today. All right, it's a town in Arizona, right around Phoenix. Cubs head to Goodyear to face the Guardians today. First pitch is at 3:05 Central. That is also not on TV. I didn't see it on so it's not going to be on the marquee network. I don't know why today they have Cubs have their own network. So why aren't all their games on spring training games on marquee? I don't understand. But Kyle Hendricks is on a bump for the Cubs, going up against Tanner Bybee. All right, 3:05 p.m. Central. The next top of the morning topic: the Bulls travel on I-65 to Naptown. They travel to Indianapolis to face the Pacers. Tip-off today is at 6:30 Central. That game you can watch on NBC Sports Chicago, or if you'd like to, you could listen to them on their flagship station, 670 AM, or the app. But they're going to Indy, Naptown. Bulls team's gotta do after the ass whooping they got from Dallas. Luka with the triple double. It just wasn't good. It just wasn't good. I don't even know what else to tell you. Oh, man, this Bulls team, they are frustrating. They have so much talent, and they're hot one night, they're not the next. They're hot one night, they're not the next. Like, come on now. But you get to see them tonight facing the Pacers in Indianapolis. Tip off 6:30. So the pregame will be at 6 with Jason Goff, Kendall Gill. Make sure you check that out. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Here we go. The Bears sign some free agents. Woo, Charlie. Bears signed a tight end. KJL Everett. 2 years, $12 million. Okay. And then they go bring some Olympic gold. They sign another safety, Jonathan Owens. Mr. Simone Biles, he agreed to a 2-year, $4.5 million deal. And he was good. He was good last year. I remember him making a lot of plays in our game and other games. Other times that I saw the Packers play, this guy's making plays. He's also the one that hit Justin Fields late and didn't get a call on it. So you better apologize to Justin. For damn sure. Let's see, man, we got a whole bunch of people in the chat now. Chris. I was making sure that no one else knew came in. What up? DC's in this mother, but hell yeah. Derek Carter's in the house. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, again, I don't know about a lot. I'll take it. You're darn right. Yes, I will. Give me Simone Biles. I don't need Taylor Swift. Give me Simone Biles. Give her to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Don't do that. Don't do that. He better not be. First of all, he's not. You're just making stuff up, AC Adams. Stop it. Stop it. I don't need to see. King Book of World said, not gonna lie, was too keen on some of the signings. Wasn't too keen on some of the signings. Watching a few videos on my own, made me realize the value of these signings, the holes they fill. People don't understand. See, now you're starting to get it. People don't understand. Like, I want Josh Jacobs. I want Saquon Barkley. I did too. But we all know that that's not his MO. It's not how he does things. All right, I'm talking about Ryan Poles. He's not going to spend that crazy amount of money on a running back. No way. It's bad enough he could spend $8 million a year. This running back's good. I'm talking about DeAndre Swift. So it'll be interesting. But listen, we got to take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we got more sports conversation. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Ryan Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face. Ugly.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
I'm playing with cars.
Cars? Can you show me what a car does? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. First of all, this is a school zone. So you need to put down your cell phone, stop texting, and let's get to driving. Now you're coming up to a stop sign, right? You need to slow down and stop before you hit that Y line. I want you to look left, right, left. You don't want to get hit by a car going on your left, and to your right to make sure you don't get sideswiped by a guy coming from your right. You're coming, and you see a crosswalk. You better slow your horses down, because the #1 rule of driving is always yield to pedestrians. Now stop, pull over, and you are done driving. Gosh, what do they teach you kids in school nowadays?
Hawks just not letting it get out of the attacking zone. Foligno and Bedard. Kurashev. Bedard. One-timer score! He's been in a good position. He wants the puck. Hey, look at his stick. It is up towards the wrap. Anaheim's goals tonight. Athanasiou picks the pocket of Lagesson, and Whistle scores! The reason for this opportunity by Entwistle right here. Watch 89. He lifts the stick of Lagesson, the defenseman, and then a beautiful
4-minute double minor high sneaking.
Bedard across, and Kurashev scores! Goes right to number 98, and these guys have been magic together. And again,
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of NBC Sports Chicago. Those were the Blackhawks. Cold steel on ice, baby. Cold steel on ice yesterday. I know I look like a homeless person. I didn't even get to shower after CrossFit today. I came in. I had to get breakfast for her. I was doing laundry. Crazy. I'll shower right after this. So if you can smell the funk, I'm sorry. Bellissimo in the house. Someone mentioned my name, and my bear sense triggered. You didn't miss much, Papa. You didn't miss much. You didn't miss much. Oh, snap. James Ford. Yes. I'm telling you, baby. This is what I love it. I love talking sports with you guys. Beautiful. Derek Carr, because ACM like JF's dating Taylor Swift's sister. DC's like, stop it, AC. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Well, it's official. Well, not official, but it's been official. But tomorrow I'll be going to LA. I'm going to Phoenix tomorrow. I'm excited. I talked to my guy, and I'll be at the house. Actually, apparently. So here's the deal. So originally, when I told them a few weeks ago, I was like, hey, bro, I said, I'm coming out. And I gave him the dates. He's like, oh, okay. He's like, well, because I think my wife's going to be out of town on business. He goes, and I don't know if I'm going to be home. He's like, well, don't worry. He goes, I'll just give you the keys, and, you can just stay there. And, when we get there, whatever, and I was like, all right, cool. I was like, I ain't going to do shit, but just recharge my batteries. I'll do my show from there on Friday. There's a book that I got to finish reading. I said, so, yeah. I said, don't worry. Don't trip. I said, I'm a big boy. I don't need anyone. He goes, you can use my car, whatever. I was like, all right, cool. And then a couple weeks later, so this was last week, I was like, just tell him, like, hey, I got, just confirming. He's like, oh, well, it's going to be a busy house. So her brother's in town with his wife and kids. I was like, oh, so I'm not going to have the house to myself. Okay. And I talked to him the other day, and he was like, yeah, it's been a busy thing. He goes, don't worry about it, man. He goes, we'll make it work. He goes, the more the merrier. We'll come out. I was like, dude, I'm cool, man. I was like, I said, hey, bro, I said, if you need me to stay somewhere else, I'll get another place. Like, no. He goes, no. I was like, all right, cool, bro. He goes, you got your own room and everything. I was like, oh, bet. So I'm excited. He's got a pool. I'm gonna be out laying out in the pool. So when you see me next week, you won't see me Monday. You'll see me Friday. But I'll have a little tan. Man, I'm not even playing. It is going to be a chill weekend. I got a restaurant to go to. One of my good friends, her brother. So she saw me, posting on Facebook, and how many days left till. I got to do that. How many days left until I leave for Arizona? And she's like, oh man, I've known her since college. She's like, no way. She goes, where are you going? And I told her the town. She's like, shut up. She said, my brother owns a restaurant and a hotel in that town. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, snap. She goes, oh, if you go, let me know. I'll call him and let him know you're coming. I was like, you better give me a discount, girl. She's like, I know. So I'm like, yeah. So I got a lot of cool stuff. And then my buddy Paul, PLR, cigars. So we're doing some cigars. We're going to do some swimming. We're going to do some laying out by the pool. We're going to do some reading. We're going to do some recharging of the batteries. Cubs Sox, they're playing Friday. And listen to this. This is wild. It's a split squad. It is a split squad, Cubs Sox. Half the Sox are going to be at Camelback Ranch playing the Cubs. The other half of the Sox are going to be at Sloan Park playing the other half of the Cubs. That's pretty wild. Pretty wild. So we're going to end up going to Sloan Park. It's much closer. That's in Mesa instead of going to Glendale and Camelback Ranch. It's much closer to my guy's house. He's like, I'm not driving an hour to get there and back. I was like, I got you. So we're just gonna go there. Oh, and then I'll tell you, I got the plastic flask. Oh, it's about to be on, baby. It's about to be on. I can't wait. But it's good. It's cool, man. I look to see. Hopefully, we'll see who's playing. I want to see some of the Sox starters. Like, I hope we don't get Cubs. And it might be. It might be Cubs starters at home because we're going to the Cubs facility versus the Sox. Invitees. Non-roster invitees, or it could be their starter. The who they project. Who knows? I don't even know. But we're going to Sloan Park, so that's going to be cool. Sloan Park, like I said, Sloan Park, pool, laying out, reading, chilling, cigars, restaurants. It's going to be a good time. SuperBack needs to recharge his batteries heading into the spring. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing Dylan, the Sox. As I said, Dylan Cease. A lot of people are after him. They're talking about the Rangers. They're talking about who else? Oh, not that one. Here we go. I got rid of it. That's all right. That's okay. But the Rangers are one of the teams interested. And why wouldn't you be? I mean, he's a top of the rotation kind of guy. He's probably on other staffs. He's probably your number 2. He's probably your legit number 2. And I'm talking Dylan Cease. All right, I'm talking Dylan Cease. He's probably your legit number 2, which is fine, which is great. And you see the kind of stuff he has? Excellent. And then I want to see the Cubs too. I want to see how good they look, how much shit I'm going to have to eat from my Cub fan friends who are going to be talking all that jazz all summer. You know what they're going to do? It's going to be shit talking, but it's going to be more of a dismissal. Like we're your little brothers. Like, get out of here. Get out of here. If you got siblings, little brothers, little sisters, all right, you're like, get out of here. You're just stupid. You're an idiot. Stop eating lead paint chips. And you just tease them. That's what Cub fans are going to do to Sox fans this year. They're just going to tease us. They're not even going to be mean. I mean, they're going to be mean and malicious about it, but it's more of a mean and malicious tease. Like, you're so far down there, like, I'm not even going to worry about you. And that sucks. Because I really want my White Sox to do well. They have the talent. They got Andrew Vaughn. He should have a breakout year. Yohan Moncada. I told you, he should have been an AL MVP candidate every year. Eloy Jimenez, same thing. Luis Robert is an AL MVP candidate every year. We got talent. We have talent. Can they put it together? The other day, Yo-Yo got a hit bunting. I was like, what the hell? What in the blue hell is that? If you get Yohan Moncada bunting, and you know what? Maybe Pedro needed that 1 year, and maybe he decided, you know what? We're going back to the fundamentals, period. And if he did, hats off to him, because that's a phenomenal thing. Hit the cutoff man. I know, it's crazy. It's wild and crazy. Hit the cutoff man, outfielders. Shut the front door. The ball gets in a lot faster when you hit the cutoff man and he fires it home, as opposed to you firing it from deep left or right field or center field. Like, listen, you guys are strong, but ain't nobody Bo Jackson strong. Ain't nobody Bo Jackson strong. We threw Kenny Reynolds out flat-footed. He threw a couple people out flat-footed. Kenny, I forgot who was trying to go first or third. He comes up firing. There's a shot to the right field wall. He gets it. He picks it up. Just turns and fires it on a rope to the third baseman. On a rope. And then Kenny Reynolds is going second to home. And he thought there was no way. And Bo Jackson gunned him. The look on his face when he saw the catcher tag the ball as he's about to slide, he saw the catcher catch the ball and turn. He's like, I haven't even slid yet. Like, how the hell? Like, I would love to have seen his face the first time he saw that video. He said, what the hell happened? And he wasn't a slow guy. Bo was just that Mickey Ficky man, dude. Bo was that dude. So I'm excited to see the Cubs socks on Friday. That's gonna be dope. Which reminds me, now I got to bring some socks gear. It's okay, I'm cool. I don't know which one I'm gonna bring. So I know you guys you're gonna love this. You're gonna freaking love it. It's the principle of it. You know, guys. It's the principle of things for us. It's not about the money. It's the principle. So remember, if you follow me on Facebook, you know that I posted. Has anyone ever flown Frontier? And all this bullshit like that. I'm like, and tell me about these fees, these bag fees, and they're like, oh yeah, they're the worst. They're this, they're that. I'm like, son of a. So I looked. It was like $65, $75 for a carry-on. So you get one personal item. And if you want to bring a carry-on, it's $65, $75. I'm like, $75? Let's just say 70 in the middle. $70? Like, I got my ticket for $135. I'm like, I'm not paying more for my baggage than for the ticket. Because that's 70 and 70, that's $140. I gotta pay it each way. I'm like, this is bullshit. No, I maybe opening day I'll do that. Maybe opening day. But I'm in Arizona. I'm happy there. It doesn't matter. I'm happy it's Arizona. And oh shoot. I'll show you on the other side of the break. I'll show you the plastic flask that I'm bringing so I don't get dinged. And like I said, I'll go buy a $7 Sprite, throw my Tito's in there. We're good for the game, baby. Me and Bob will split it. Anyway. Oh man, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited about it. I'm really, really excited about that. Oh man, check it in. The Walls of Jericho, J2K in the Mickey Picky house. What's up, Papa? Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. We're talking about the Bulls, baby. The Bulls tonight down in Naptown. You know what? Should have been another top of the morning topic. We can make that now. Top of the morning topic. Lonzo Ball has been cleared for basketball activity. He's running. He's cutting. So by all accounts, I anticipate him being ready for the season next year. Now, that has a lot of ramifications. Because one, can he get back to the Lonzo that led this Bulls team to the number one record in the East a season ago? Or 2 seasons ago, actually. Now, not this past season, but 22-23. Because if he can, do the Zach LaVine trade talks begin? Because there's rumors now, there's talks that they're going to try and revisit this trade thing over the offseason, which is going to be tough because people are going to want to see him. They're going to want to see him play. But if he's not, or if Lonzo Ball is healthy, do you run it back? Because we don't know what that team can do. I mean, we see the shortcomings but they played Drummond more. They've added a couple new players. Javon Carter. Julian Phillips is developing nicely. Trust me, no threat to the Eastern Conference Finals. No threat for the NBA title. No. But with Lonzo Ball running that show, they're a much better squad. So that changes everything. If Lonzo is ready to roll, how close can we get to the top of the East? How close can we get? 3? 4? Somewhere in there? I don't think we'll be number 1. That's a whole different world now. Because now you're looking at a bye. You're not even thinking about the play-in. Play-in? You're not even thinking about the play-in. You're in the playoffs. Playoffs. I like it. Because I'm also wondering what's going to happen. Shawn, I predict Lonzo playing basketball again this fall. Hopefully. I hope so, baby. I hope so. That's going to do wonders for this team. That's going to do wonders for this Bulls organization. You know, some of you guys in the chat are talking about it, and I'm looking forward to it. DJ Wanham. All right, he's the guy who was the opposite Montez Sweat. Montez Sweat was picked up by the Houston Texans. Now, people are getting pissed, and people don't understand. Like, stop being meathead fans. Stop being meathead fans. All right? Daniil Hunter, 2 years, $49 million, $48 million guaranteed. So all but $1 million is guaranteed. And people are like, why did you do that, Ryan Poles? I'm like, that's very doable. He signed a 2-year, $49 million deal, or inked it, because they have to sign it today. It doesn't become official till today. With the Houston Texans. And I didn't think he'd go to Houston. Like, you're not a fit there. But I digress. But he's from Houston. He's from the Houston area. He's from Texas. And so some of the things I was reading is that he took a discount just to stay at home, just to get back to Houston. So you could have offered him that type of money, or 2 for $50, nice and easy. You could have given him 2 for $50 here in Chicago, offered it here, and he still would have turned it down because he wanted to be home. You can't fault a person for wanting to play close to home. You can't. You know, everyone's like, oh, but Ryan Poles he's horrible. He should have done this. He should have signed him. Why didn't he sign him? People think, and this is the funny part, it's free agency. It takes 2 to tango. Like, you know how everyone's saying, oh, Ryan Poles lost, or he let David Montgomery walk. He did not let David Montgomery walk. He offered him pretty much the same contract. I think just a little more was guaranteed with Detroit. He chose Detroit. He chose to go to Detroit. So the meathead takes, he let Monty leave. And he traded Monty. That's another one. He traded Monty. I'm like, oh my goodness. He did not trade David Montgomery. I'm like, it's called free agency. You have free will. You're free to choose with whoever it is you want. Oh, you're killing me. Killing me. It's not one thing, it's another. It's not one thing, it's another. I just threw off my thought. Lord have mercy. Yeah, you're right, J2K. It sounds like he wanted his swan song. He wanted to be close to home. Yeah. Yeah, dude, he's getting the fully guaranteed contract, only $1 million. Oh boy. So he's going to get 48 guaranteed instead of all 49. Oh my God. Oh no. So it's all right. Yes, many meatheads. Yes. But also, you're right. As long as he didn't go to Detroit, because then that would have been something else. We would have to face him twice a year. Again, still face him twice a year. That's not what we want. Yes. Why? I don't know, King Booker World. Why? Bellissimo. Everyone talks about CJ Stroud and Texans' success last year. No one mentions the 2 years they had 2 first-round picks, including when they drafted him. Trade back from what? I know. King, but what do you mean? Stroud did it all with no help. He blocked for himself. He threw the ball, caught it himself, sat quarter, did it all. Oh man, hey, people are something else, boy. Let me tell you, it's something else. But it is. We'll talk a little more. Herb Howard's going to be joining us in a few moments after the break we're going to take in a moment. But you know, the thing that you mentioned earlier, Cornelius, was just the disrespect to Justin Fields. This is why. Now, do you see why he was going on vacation? Now, do you see why I believe polls told him to say he's going on vacation, or whether he went on vacation? I don't know. Because all this nonsense that's being spewed. I listened to Get Up yesterday. I hear a lot of the Caleb cultists, the Caleb cult members. Oh, you can't fight a trade partner. You can't. I'm like, they'd rather take a guy with a torn ACL than Justin. I'm like, you guys are you just don't know. What we're trying to do here, okay? What I want you guys to understand, okay? That is chess, not checkers. When you're dealing in the world of billionaires, they don't play tiddlywinks. They don't play checkers. They play chess. I swear I was going to call the radio station this morning. I heard David Hall, and they were still just talking. Justin, I was like, you're killing me. And I wanted to call, but I had to get the show together. I had to get everything together. It was nuts. It was crazy. But I may call the afternoon show. I think Lawrence is still on vacation. I'm going to call anyway and give him that. Peagle and Sparkins. Parkins and Spiegel. Whose tweet are you talking about, Bailey Simone? You said you got to talk about his tweet today. It's epically good. Whose tweet? Who tweeted and who tweeted what? I'll have to look at it and check it out. No, I did not see Herb's tweet this morning. Well, that's crazy. Because he's coming on. Herb is coming on in a moment or so. Oh, okay. I will check it out. I look forward to it. But here's what we're going to do. Is this okay? Nobody reporting facts. Everyone's reporting their opinion. The fact, the Bears are not traded. Media, 31 other teams do not believe Justin starting quarterback. The team owns the rights to Justin. He's a starting quarterback. Fact, Justin Fields has a job for which he's currently under contract. Media, Fields still looking for a job. Yes. Consider he can literally be out here. Look, he can't be out here for a job because he's has a job. He's under contract. Yep. That's great. Oh, dude, I can't wait to get him on. Excellent. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break, and on the other side of the break, all right, we're going to welcome my man Herb. Okay? We're going to talk about that. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
To run for 17, back he goes, here comes Chubb, there goes the ball, touchdown, Mooney! Jones will walk at the left tackle, time for Fields, now he'll accelerate to get the first down, great tackles, and he's off to the races, and we got a terrific block.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
So I've come up with the family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311.
This year, my mom got me the perfect bag for back to school.
These colorful binders help me stay organized.
These headphones are just what I need for studying.
These new sneakers are just what I needed for the new year.
This jacket is a real must-have.
My parents got me the skateboard I wanted. It's pretty cool. These scissors really come in handy in art class. These colored pencils, too.
These new socks, they can be a real lifesaver.
And I finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
Well, let me say this. Given everything that's happened over the past 24 hours, 48 hours, whatever it is, where's the spot for Justin Fields to start?
Yeah.
The best place for him to be is in Chicago. And if he remains in Chicago, which is assuming that they trade down, get a haul for that number 1 overall pick, the best spot would be for him with the Chicago Bears, once again, making sure they go out there and get one of those top 3 receivers, continuing to build the offensive line. There's a lot of confusion of what's going on with Justin Fields. I was doing my own podcast last week, and, there were reports that the Bears aren't moving on from Justin Fields. I'm doing that podcast, and people are texting me, sources saying, no, they're moving on. So it's very confusing right now. But if the Bears hold on to Justin Fields, he is going to have a remarkable season, because that would assume that they get a huge return for the number 1 overall pick, or they use the number 1 overall pick on a receiver. So I think the best spot for him right now is to remain in Chicago.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those comes courtesy of the NFL Network. That's Adam Rank. Woo-wee. I told you, mate. See, and here's the thing that bothers me. And we have talked about the disrespect. Okay? We've talked about the disrespect to Justin Fields. And they're sitting there and they're talking about, oh, nobody wants him, blah, blah, blah. Like, no. Like, you're not looking at it properly. You're looking at it the wrong way. This is why, and even a lot of football people don't see this. Where goes one? What's up, Papa? How are you? Thank you for tuning in. My man, be smooth in the house. They're not, you're looking at it completely wrong. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. I'll get Steve to put another one on. That's a little that's a little, yeah. Do me a favor. That's funny. I was just about to say that, Barely Small. I need a big favor, guys. I need a huge favor. Okay? I need a huge favor. I need you to hit that like button for me. Okay? I need you, everyone in the chat, everyone watching, just smash that like. But just give me a like, please. I'm trying to maneuver around, do some things. It's just the algorithm, right? The views, the likes. So you got to get. So I need your help. You see, I'm gonna put a thing on Facebook as well. To please follow me. Follow Sports Zone Chicago's YouTube page. Yeah. Mr. Shorty's back in the house. What's up, Papa? How you doing? It's not Justin versus Caleb. It's Caleb versus Justin and Marvin Harrison Jr. and the boatload of picks. Yes. Thank you, Brian. I said I got the window open a little bit, so it's a little nippy. And listen, for those of you who weren't here, so we're still waiting on Herb. Speak of the devil. So those of you who you know what? I'm gonna talk to Herb about it. Let him know. I'll give him my theory, and I see it. I was like, I knew it. I told you. It was just like, it's just like a puzzle. You know when you get a puzzle? Remember back in the day when you were a kid, and you got a puzzle, and not the big ones, the 12-piece puzzle. Sorry, the warden is going across it right now. Not the 12-piece puzzle. We're talking like the 500-piece puzzle. And you see it, you look at all the pieces like, okay, I see all of them. How do I put this together? And all these things that were happening. I'm like, how do I put it together? Something's not right. Something isn't right with all the stuff that was happening. Caleb not going to the combine, but not participating. That wasn't a big issue. And a lot of top guys don't participate at the issue, but not getting the medicals. I'm like, there's something. Why? And I got it. I figured it out. We're going to talk to my next guy. I'm going to blow his mind. Hope you're ready, dog. Hope you're ready. I'm going to blow your mind. All right. You know this guy. He's a good friend of the program. He's been on here countless times. And he covers the Bears for the Bigs. Okay. You can find him on Twitter at Herb Howard 411. Let's bring him in. My man's in them. Herb Howard. Herb, what's up, Papa? How are you?
Shawn, what's good, my brother? How you feeling, man?
Dude, I am wonderful, bro. Wonderful. I'm going to Arizona tomorrow.
Yeah, I heard.
I figured out what's going on and the whole Caleb thing. Man, figured it out, Papa. So indulge me, if you will. I called JP. I'm like, Jared, you got to get me on GN Sports. I'm like, I figured it out. He's like, I got to talk to my producer. I'm like, dude, you got to. So here's the situation. It's not about Fields at all. Justin's staying. End of story. He's staying. It's about Caleb. He's trying to control where he goes. Okay? He's trying to control where he goes. Like, well, how do you do that? Everybody thinks that Ryan Poles has the leverage. He doesn't. He didn't take the medicals. I didn't realize, and this is a sidebar, that's why the combine was created, because they were able. I was listening to Mike Florio. He said that's why it was created. You have all 32 teams' doctors there, and you get prodded, and everyone has your medicals, right? And remember, it's making a big deal. Well, Caleb's the only person in the history of the combine to not give the medicals.
Right.
So what happens? So we know Ryan Poles last year wanted it done, or traded that pick, a few days after the combine? Okay. He wanted that same timeline, which is exactly why. Remember, he said that he wanted Caleb Williams to come like on Tuesday, which would have been the earliest that anyone would have been a visit. He's like, no. We're going to push it back to the 20th. Here's why. They're trying to corner the market because they're trying to limit the amount of teams that he can trade him to. How do you do that? Well, I'm glad you asked, Herb. No one's going to trade for that number one pick without medicals. It's just not going to happen. So if you don't have his medicals, no one's going to trade for that pick. So the Bears can't trade that pick until people have the medicals. Like if he'd have gone to Indy and got the medicals, well, everyone would have his medicals and they could do that. So they're trying to say, so what they're doing is this. If he wants to go to Washington, let's pay attention to how many places he goes to visit. Let's pay attention. If he wants, just say he only wants to go to Washington. He'll go to Chicago, Washington. He'll give them their medicals, and fine. They get them. Because no one else can get the medicals from the Bears. It's a HIPAA law. They went the HIPAA law route, dude. His camp, I applaud them for using that route. They can't give those medicals out. And if I can't get the medicals, I'm not trading for that pick, because I don't know if he's got an impingement in his knee, his arm, his ankle, or something wrong there. I'm not about to be on the hook for tens of millions of dollars and not know his medicals. So what they're trying to do is, I think Washington is trying to say, and obviously it's not going to be the front office. It's going to be a guy who knows 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 a guy. Okay. And so they're going to try and hold out. So at the end, there's going to be such a small pool that Washington might not have to come up off of all those picks. Like you got no options, Papa. You got no options, Ryan Poles. So either you keep that pick, which you don't want, or you trade it to us and we'll give you three. I just hope they give him three assets. This year's second, the swap, which is number 2, and next year's first. I'll take that because we can maneuver down from there. But if you just give him 3. So that's how he's trying to control where he goes. That's why he pushed it back. Because I'm telling you, as soon as he gets those medicals, obviously other teams are going to want to start trading for him. He can abide by HIPAA laws, and he can just say, listen, I can't tell you what's going on, but I can tell you we're comfortable trading this pick or putting this pick on the trading block. Mm-hmm. And so I'm telling you that his medicals are okay without telling you his medicals are okay. I really, really applaud Caleb's camp for going that route. gonna have some pushback though. NFL is like, oh, you mother Hubbard, you're dealing with billionaires now. They're like, oh, I don't like to get got. Watch how soon, if it's not next year, it'll definitely be the year after. Once you enter the NFL draft, you must take medicals at the combine. They're going to do that. Because they're going to have another loophole just like this, and you can't maneuver, you can't make trades, you can't do this, and that's why Ryan Poles is pissed. I can tell you, I know it. He's pissed. I know he's pissed because now he can't move all because of this kid. That's why. And the thing that we talked about was the disrespect. No one's even thought of this. And the way to maneuver it from behind. This is, bro, we are dealing with billionaires, baby. This is not, Johnny from the West Side. You know what I'm talking about? It's not always. It is literally, you're dealing with, this is what it is, Papa. This is chess. This ain't checkers.
Nah, man, I think there may be something to that, man. It's just been, for me, it's been so much like going on, like in the conversation around all of it, and so much of it is, speculative, and I think that's kind of the nature of this time of year. To that point, I get that part of it, but people are only choosing to use speculation that serves, whichever side they're on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like stop it. You know what I mean? It's like, so I put out a tweet this morning. I just
read it on the break. I just read it.
I was sick of it this morning, man. I woke up and I saw something else, and I was like, you know what? I'm sick of this, man. So I ended up typing kind of a long tweet for me, and I'm like, it's getting on my nerves. It's reaching the point now to where it's like it's not even about reporting no more. It's not even about covering.
That's what we've been saying the whole time.
It's just about
driving
your personal
agenda.
That's it.
It's it.
And
driving everyone your way.
And it's not cool. I mean, it's fine. Everybody has an opinion on it. It's fine. You want Caleb? That's cool. You want Justin? That's cool. Everybody has an opinion. No problem with what your opinion is. But when you let that drive the way you quote unquote report on the team is nuts. And so, all we know is that Justin Fields hasn't been traded. That's what we know, right?
That's a fact.
But then people are taking the fact that he hasn't been traded, and then they're applying it to their own agenda to say, "Oh, see, nobody wants Justin Fields." Like,
bingo.
What? What do you mean? Nobody wants Justin Fields. What do you mean that there are teams out here who really believe that they would rather have Drew Lock at quarterback than Justin Fields? Like, what you mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a real thing. Nobody wants that, right? Like, not an individual, not a team, not the Giants, nobody. So to make that correlation just because it serves your narrative is nuts. And it's just not necessary in my opinion. Like, you should be able to have this conversation with some sense of objectivity to say, okay, here's what we know, right? And then we can report on that. Now we can have conversations about your opinion. Everybody's opinion has been on the record at this point. Anybody that has an opinion on this thing has already given it. Excuse me. And that's fine. No, like that's perfectly fine. But continue to have objective conversations, right? Like, soon enough, we all gonna know, right? Soon enough, we all gonna know what Ryan Poles is thinking. But this idea, and all this sources and my sources and my this and that. Hey man, Ryan Poles ain't out here just giving out information like that. Like,
I know he ain't got back to me, bro. I was like, Ryan, hit me up, Papa. Let me know. He ain't got back to me yet.
This is the most secretive time of the NFL calendar, but everybody got these sources about what this GM said and what the plan is, and it's like, come on, man. That's not real. You had two prominent, well-sourced national NFL insiders yesterday come out with conflicting reports. They are as sourced as anybody can be, and they got conflicting reports because Ryan Poles ain't putting that out there. That's crazy.
This is tight. He has, if there's nothing else, Ryan Poles will win GM of the year. This is a master's class on how to be a general manager. Because if you listen to what people saying, and then you have some platforms, all right, they shall remain nameless. There's a couple of them, a few of them. Sure. Oh man, no. I know for a fact. I know it's reality. He's getting traded. It's reality. It's not reality. What you need to report on are the stories. Do not create the stories. Report on the stories. I didn't even take journalism. That's journalism. That's probably journalism 101. Don't create the story. Report the story. So if you don't know, and if you listen to what people are saying, they will say Justin Fields is getting traded. By all accounts, Justin Fields is getting traded is what most people are thinking. Justin Fields getting traded. He's definitely gone is what most people think. Like, there's always a caveat. There's always that caveat now because they can't, and those are the big boys. Those are the big boys who'll say that because they know they can't say that because if it comes back the wrong way, yeah, there's things that can, first of all, they lose credibility. But secondly, well, listen to what people say. And and here's the funny thing. They said, well, he said, he goes, Poles said he shopped him at the combine. I'm like, no, he didn't. I said, he didn't. He said people approached him about Justin. You can't stop another GM from asking you about your players. That's not putting him on the market.
So
he didn't say, yeah. He said, they said, hey, what for Justin? And I guarantee you, he said, no, he's not on the block. Because you know why? Look how fast all the other quarterbacks went. Those quarterbacks went fast. And why? Because there was never a market for Justin because he was never on the block. He was never on the block.
I got a text this morning after my tweet. I got a text this morning from a reporter that I got a ton of respect for. And they said he definitely shopped Justin at the combine. And so I just text him. I text back and I was like, I'm sure that they're open for business on it. They'd be foolish not to be open for business on a trade for Justin Fields. They'd also be foolish not to be open for business on a trade for the number 1 pick. Like, of course he's not turning that down. Of course he's not telling people, no, I don't want to hear this about Justin. Sure, I want to hear it. What you got? You know what I'm saying? Like, how much is it worth to you? Because if you blow me away, I very well be like, all right, you can have him. Same thing with number 1 pick. You blow me away, all right, you can have it. So I'm sure they open for business. I'm sure they fielded every call that's come in, every inquiry that's come in. But what I'm more sure of is that Justin Fields hasn't been traded. And I don't assume,
right on that one.
I think so. Right? I don't assume that to be because nobody thinks he can play football, because nobody thinks he's better than Drew Lock or Sam Darnold or Gardner Minshew. Like, I don't think that's the reason. I think that Ryan Poles hasn't been blown away with whatever has come to his way to say, yeah, I'm gonna give you him for that. No, I'm not. Like, that's what I know. And so, I just when I hear some of the stuff that I've been hearing, it's like, oh, it's like cringy. You know what I mean? Listen to another reporter who I ton of respect for. Was like, Justin Fields still looking for a job. I'm like, Justin Fields still looking for a job? Justin Fields got a job. In fact, he's under contract for that job.
He's a starting quarterback as of today.
He can't be out here looking for a job. That's not even. He can't do that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I just, I don't really like it. But it is what it is. Today I was just upset with it this morning, so I tweeted it out, and it's been going crazy. My phone been blowing up for interview requests and conversations and pushback and agreement and everything else. Is like, I shouldn't have touched my phone this morning. I should have left it alone like I had, because I've been out the way.
I know. I hadn't seen. I was like, when I went to, I was like, damn, I ain't seen Herb in a minute.
I've been declining all kind of like interview requests because I'm like, I'll do something. I'll hop on some more, shows when something else happens. Like, I don't want to keep having this conversation. You know what I mean? I should have stayed in my little. I should have stayed in my little bubble.
And you look cool, like. And listen, it's going to happen after that visit, after the 20th, after they get the medicals. Boom! Now they're going to put that thing on the block. They're going to put that number 1 pick on the block. And I told JP, I'm like, bro, I said, I got it, man. I got it. I'm like, I'll debate anybody. You put me on Spiegel and Parkins. You put me with Lou Canellas. You put me with other podcasts. Let's go, because I got it all. Because they're looking at it as meathead fans. All right, this is chess. This ain't checkers. When you're dealing with billionaires' money, when they want to get something, when they want it, they will get it. They will get it. They will find a loophole. They will use the rules. And us as people of color, we understand. If you don't know the rules, you can't play the game. We didn't know the rules for so long. So when you don't, so they say, okay, let's look at the rules. How can we find a loophole to get this done? Oh, we don't have to. Teams can't share his medicals. So if they can't share his medicals, they ain't trading for him. So that means we can limit to who he goes to and who his trade partners can be. Aha, bingo. So yeah, dude. Anyway, I'll debate anybody. Cap, bring it, baby, bring it, because they're gonna end up looking stupid. Everyone's gonna end up looking stupid because I figured it out. I'm telling you, bro. It was like a puzzle. All the things, and I'm like, why did they fire the entire offensive staff and not him? If this is not your guy you didn't draft, and Justin was the problem, why didn't you get rid of him? That would have been easy. You got no problem. You'll take a bag of footballs for him. Why didn't you allow him to go look for a trade? You let Jalen Johnson go look for a trade, and you like Jalen Johnson. You wanted Jalen Johnson. You let him go look for a trade. So why didn't you let him do that? All these things that were adding up, and I'm like, man, and it just hit me like a sledgehammer to my chest on Monday morning, right before the show. I'm like, oh, dude, it was one of those moments. I was like, oh shit, I had to go write this down. Like, no way, I got it. Mr. Watson, we have electricity. That was me, bro. That was me. So, man, well, let's talk about some other stuff. Man, how you liking these signings, man? We got a little running back. You know, I'm like, dude, do me a favor. Just don't drop a wide open touchdown pass, please. Don't drop a wide open. It was good when you did it last time, but let's not do it anymore. Moving forward, let's not do it. Your thoughts on DeAndre Swift?
Yeah, I was a little surprised just at the investment in the running back position. Not a ton of money. It's not like a crippling amount of money that's going to put them in a bad spot. But I just thought that Ryan Poles appeared to be of the mindset that that's not a position I'm going to invest in.
Yeah.
I mean, the interesting swap that just happened with the Lions and the Bears over the past 18 months is kind of crazy. Like, they let DeAndre Swift leave. He goes out, have a good season. They sign Demo. We don't want to sign Demo for less money than this, and then we come back and sign him. I just thought that was a little bit curious, but I do think DeAndre Swift is a good player. I think he'll help the offense. So I think ultimately it's a good move. I was just a little surprised that was a position that they chose to invest in, considering they've been successful running the ball. Now I know a lot of that has come from the quarterback position, but they've had success, running the ball, and so I was a little surprised by it, but not upset with it at all. I think he's a good player. I think he's going to help the offense.
I do too. I do too. I like it. He's got home run speed. I like it. All right, he can
finish him.
Yeah. Oh, he damn sure can, and he's patient. Like, he's good. He can go. He can run. Like, Khalil Herbert, in my opinion, is an excellent outside zone runner. You get him in a zone blocking scheme, he's phenomenal. One cut and go. Not so good in the power game. All right. He's okay. He's okay, but I'm not putting him in power, okay, on a consistent basis. DeAndre Swift can do both, and I was pretty impressed with that. He's very patient, okay? When he hits that hole, he explodes, and like I said, man, you take the wrong angle, you pause for a half a second, it's deuces. I can't stay. I got reservation for 6. I'm out. So I like that. And then what this really does for me is it really is going to put the pressure on Roschon Johnson. What do you got, kid? What do you got? All right, you want to sit third again, or you're gonna rise up? So he's ready. He's already looked at favorably because of his pass pro. That's, to me, that's the most important thing. All right, his pass pro. He can pass pro. Okay, good. Maybe he gets a little more time now. And now you got a stud there. And you got Khalil Herbert still trying to get more carries. How's Roschon Johnson gonna answer the bell when you're still third in the list, and they just brought in a new guy giving him $8 million? You know what I mean? Like, are you gonna force your way into the lineup? And if you do, that's phenomenal for us. What you gonna do when these Hulkster comes wild?
Yeah,
I'm fired up, bro. I'm fired up right now.
I thought that was always like a super. It was just so overhyped. Like last year, I was like, look, I've never seen this. I've never seen this type of hype about a 4th round running back before. And I would always say, listen, I hope he's the next great Bears back. I'm not hating on the kid. I'm not knocking him. I just never seen the type of praise that was being heaped upon a 4th-round running back, albeit a backup in college. Like, and it's like it was. I was like, oh, okay, we'll see. I thought he did some of the things that we thought he would do. He runs hard. He's, good teammate, good work ethic. That's fine. I don't know what the special traits are, though. You know what I'm
He
saying?
holds the door open for women.
It's wonderful. So do I. I am not nobody's NFL running back. You know what I mean? I think he's fine. I think he's a good football player that you can use on your team. But just the hype that came along with that draft pick,
Yeah,
it's kind of wild to me. Even last year, I was just saying, like, wow, what is all of this about? So I hope he continues to develop, and I think he'll help them in the running game. I think he'll certainly help them on special teams. But DeAndre Swift is going to have to be a guy that can be productive for them on all 3 downs. Not that he's going to be 3 downs every single drive, but he's got to be a guy that can run the ball between the tackles on 1st and 2nd down, that can create some mismatches in the passing game for you on 3rd down, get them isolated on some linebackers, and let him use his athleticism and his ability to catch the football. So I think one season he had like 62 catches or something like that. I think last year he had 39 or 49. So he's got that ability, and I think that's an added element that the Bears haven't really had from their running back position in a while.
Yeah, they haven't, and that's gonna be huge. What do you think they do with? I believe you have stated before, and you've never wavered, just like I haven't wavered. Do you think they're going to trade the number 1 pick? How far back do you think they trade? Do you think Washington? Do you think they do the double trade back? And then, most importantly, what do you think? And it's going to depend on how far they fall back, and obviously how the board falls. But who do you think they get with that first pick when they select first?
Yeah, so I want to be clear. I haven't wavered on my belief in Justin. I think Justin is the answer. I think that's the way to go. I think that's what they should do. I don't necessarily believe that's what they're going to do. But if they did, I wouldn't go past 3 because I still want Marvin Harrison Jr., right? You don't have another proven receiver on this roster outside of DJ, right? Shout out to Moon going down to Atlanta getting his money. I was super happy to see him get that. I was surprised he got that considering, his numbers have been a little down for a couple of years, but love Moon, love his game. So I'm happy for that. But now you got no proven receivers behind DJ. You got to go get one, and I think there's one sitting right there for you. So for me, I would try to get down to 3. Whether that takes 2 movebacks, that would be great to accumulate more assets. But I would try to get down to 3. Take Marvin Harrison.
No further than
Jr.
3, huh? No further than 3.
I wouldn't, but that's just because I want Marvin Harrison Jr. So if you're willing to say it don't have to be Marvin Harrison Jr., it could be Malik Neighbors, or it could be Rome, or it could be any one of this a deep wide receiver class. So maybe you like, hey, we'll get one later. That's cool. But for me, if I got the opportunity to get the best one, I want the best one. And I think that's Marvin Harrison Jr. So for me, I wouldn't go further than 3 just because I want that player. But there's some flexibility in terms of other players that are available either at wide receiver, at tight end. If you want to go offensive line, I think that's another way. But for me, leaving this draft with Marvin Harrison Jr. and putting him opposite DJ Moore, you already got Cole Kmet. You just brought in Everett. You got these 2 tight ends. Now you got DeAndre Swift, who can be a weapon out the backfield. And then you still got your gadget pieces. You still got your Tyler Scott, Chevalis Jones. Like, those are things you can do. I see Russell in the chat say Marvin Harrison Jr. overrated, but I watched the tape. That's all. Like, I don't see it. I don't see overrated. I haven't seen one thing that kid can't do. Like route running, he's smooth, he's big, he's got strong hands, good after the catch, late hands. Like I've seen all the stuff you want to see from a dude like that. That competitive fire, showing up in big games. That he's the dude for me.
Yeah. And I said I would be okay if we didn't get him, if we got a slew of picks. Like, because here's my thought is this. Like, I don't need a generational quarter or wide receiver. Because if I can get a perennial or a sometimes all-pro wide receiver who's not going to Canton, that means he's still pretty damn good too. So if I can get more picks, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need the best. If I get a really, really good one, or you know what I mean? It's like, okay, I'll take it for more picks, because the one thing that Ryan Poles has been extremely consistent about and has not wavered one iota, I'm building through the draft. And if you can get more picks and you think as Ryan Poles that okay, I can work with Malik Neighbors, I can work with Rome. All right, he can be that. He's not Marvin Harrison Jr., but man, he could still be a hell of a piece opposite DJ. Okay, I'll roll. I'll trust Poles. I'll trust Poles so he doesn't deserve my trust anymore. But I would come off MHJ if I had to. Don't get me wrong. I want to see that 18 on that thing because if he runs the routes like his dad, which he does, come on, man. He's bigger than his
he's
dad.
bigger.
He's faster than his dad. He's stronger than his dad.
He is a problem, man. But that was the first thing I said about this group of receivers. Early on in this process was that I don't have no problem if you go down and you get that next group of guys. Like, I don't have no problem getting a Santana Moss or even to a greater degree a Steve Smith. But if I can get Randy Moss or T.O., I want that dude. You know what I mean? Like I love Steve Smith a lot. But if I can get Randy Moss or T.O., Steve Smith gonna have to play for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a little different thing. But I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at having Steve Smith opposite DJ. I'm cool with that too. Especially if you talk about being able to acquire more picks. You still got some critical holes left to be filled on this roster. When you look at center, some people still think left tackle. I don't think the Bears necessarily think left tackle is a huge need for them right now. But I still view center as a huge need. Wide receiver, you need another edge rusher. You need some more. You need a 3-tech. And I know we were all impressed by the way Javon Dexter finished the season. So was I. I think his arrow is certainly pointed up. I like the trajectory he's on. But even if he is ready to step into that role, at this point in the league, you need 7, 8 dudes on that D line. You need 7, 8 dudes that can come in there and get busy, and they don't really have that right now. So get another edge, get some more help on that interior, specifically at the 3-tech, and get a center and wide receiver. And I think they'll be really ready to roll here. But the more picks, right now they got 5. That ain't it.
We know that ain't like Poles. We know that ain't like Poles.
And you got 2 in the top 9, and then you don't have another one until 74, 75. Like you can't go from 9 to 74 without a pick. Like that's a lot of Pro Bowl talent that's going to go in that range, and you got to be in on that. So they're definitely going to find ways to acquire some draft capital specifically in that gap that they have right there.
Man, we're with Herb Howard, man. He covers the Bears for the Bigs Media, talking Bears football here on Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. What do you do with that edge? Because I believe next year's edge class is supposed to be pretty talented. We're gonna have 2 first-round picks, most likely we're gonna end up having 2 first-round picks next year. Do you wait? Do you get a bridge, a stopgap at edge? Because you got Sweat, Javon Dexter's improving. Billings is a monster up the middle. What if you can only get a 3-tech? I shouldn't say only, but what if you get a 3-tech? Like what if Armstead, the guy from San Fran, what if you get him? So now you got literally 3 studs. Would you mind getting a cheaper? Espinoza just re-signed with Buffalo, so that sucked. Yeah. I saw that yesterday. But would you mind getting that? Would you be okay with getting a guy a gap, a guy who can just fill the gap for a little bit and then go into next year looking at a stud defensive end or a stud edge?
Yeah, there's still some dudes out there, man. There's still some Jadeveon Clowney type of guys that's going to be in that second, third wave of free agency. There's still some guys, but I always thought they would have to do some of it via the draft, right? They can do some of it via free agency, depending on what the market looked like for each given position, and depending on what the talent looked like in the draft at each given position. So I always thought it would have to be a little bit of a combo between free agency and the draft. And so, I don't have any problem with them, not trying to go out and spend big. And Danielle Hunter got $50 million, almost all of it guaranteed, 48 of the 49 guaranteed. So I'm cool that was a little bit too rich for our blood, having already gave Montez his $100 and just paid Jalen. So I'm cool with that. Again, it's about just rotation, right? It's just about having rotational guys. I know early on in the process, everybody had these dreams that we're gonna have these 2 all-pro DNs. We're gonna have Montez Sweat and we're gonna have Max Crosby. We're gonna have Montez and Danielle. And it was like, that's cool, but that's some dream shit, right? I'm cool with just having a dependable guy who can get you some consistent pressure in the rotation. And then if you end up, dipping in that pool next year or whatever, that's cool. Or if you want to go there this year, right? There's 3 guys at the top that are pretty good, right? You got the kid from Alabama, the kid from UCLA, the kid from Florida
Turner,
State.
Lata, whatever his name is. Yeah.
Yeah. So you got some guys that could be available there to you as well, depending on how they choose to move about this board. So I think there's still plenty of time in terms of the free agency class, but also in terms of the draft class to figure out how they're going to go about filling some of these remaining holes as it pertains to the D line.
But are you gonna take a defensive player early on? Because you've really set up, you've put a lot of resources on the defensive side of the ball. And if you're staying with Justin, which is what I believe that they're going to do, then you need to get him some help. So you get him a wide receiver, cool. But you get him a left tackle, you get him a tight end, you get him another wide receiver, maybe what do you do? Do you want to, are you ready to start shifting resources back to the defense? I mean, don't get me wrong, if it shores it up, cool, but you still need, if you're sticking with Justin, like you're really evaluating him for his fifth year option, which you haven't picked up yet. I mean, it'll be done at that particular point. But what do you what would you do with that 9 pick?
Yeah, I think they're gonna have some options there, and I think that what they're doing in free agency, continues to create those options for you. So going to get Everett as that other tight end that you can move around, that you can get out in the slot, I think that eliminates the idea of a guy like Brock Bowers, which you're not going to do that at 9. That was a possibility at some point. I still believe that the Bears like Braxton Jones, right? So I'm not of the mindset that they're going to take another tackle in the top 10. I don't think that. But it's a possibility. And so I start to look around the offense and say, okay, well, where else could you invest a top 10 pick? Could they double up at receiver? I ain't mad at that, right? Like at first that seemed kind of like far-fetched. I thought they would have went, Browers or maybe a tackle. But now that you got another tight end, it's like maybe they will double up at receiver. Maybe they can go Marvin Harrison Jr. and come back and get Rome too. Like that would be
dude. Don't play with my emotions, bro.
That would be crazy.
You can put DJ. You can put DJ in the slot, dude. You put DJ moving in the slot.
You got problems. Man. You got problems. You
don't want
problems all over the place.
Problems.
Yeah. You got problems all over the place if they're able to do that. So I think that they're creating some flexibility, and that's the word Ryan Post keeps talking about, having flexibility, having some options with all the things that he can do. And so I think they probably at this point, I think they're going to be looking to move out of that 9 and get down and acquire some picks again between that 9 and 75 spot. And then we'll see what's there for them at that point, right? So then other positions start to come into play in terms of, okay, well, when can we draft a center, right? When might that come into play? So at this point, I'm more inclined to think that 9, we aren't going to actually pick at 9, but that also depends on what happens with the possibility of trading back at 1 and what other assets they can acquire.
Right, because I'm concerned, not concerned. I'm just anxious to see, because what if a J.J. McCarthy, because there could be a running quarterback. So what if a J.J. McCarthy jumps up in there? That pushes everybody else down. And any outliers that you don't have in your top 10, because the top 10, it's going to be about 12 to maybe 15 people that in that top 10. And if someone outside the consensus, 12 to 15, jumps in, man, that just pushes everybody down. And that's what I think the Bears are anticipating, and that's what I think the Bears are waiting. And then if that does happen, God forbid it happens twice in there somewhere, man, I think the Bears will definitely trade down. Not past 12 though. I don't think they're going to go past 12. But yeah, I think they're going to dedicate a lot of resources to the offense, because you've done so much with the defense, and you'll have the 2 first-round picks next year. Definitely.
The other thing about the defense thing is, to me, you're going to end up having the possibility of maybe taking the top defensive player on the board at 9.
That's very true.
The way this draft is setting up, you're going to have a run on offensive guys. 3 quarterbacks going to go, right?
Yep.
Maybe a 4th one comes in there and goes. You got these offensive tackles, right? You got 2, 3 of those that might go. And then you got 3 wide receivers that can go. You may not see a defensive player until 9. And so you may come up to the board on 9 and have the
Dallas
top
Turner
defensive
or
prospect on there.
yeah,
You might have a
or
Dallas
your
Turner
top
right there.
prospect. You know what I mean? Your
Whoever
number one
whoever your
defensive
guy
player on
is
the board is. Yeah.
might be sitting right there for you, and that might be hard to pass up, right? So now you might be in a situation where it's like, okay, do I want my third best receiver? Do I want my third rated receiver, or do I want my number one rated,
Oh, they're going number one
DN or
defensive
D
player.
tackle?
They are going
Like
number one defensive player. They will
that's
do
just,
that. Ryan Poles has done that, and I've heard him speak about it, and that's why they'll take certain things. Like if you get you need a wide receiver more than you need this spot, but if it's the third one as opposed to you're getting the top one or the second, yeah. So I can't argue. I can be like, damn it, I wish he would have taken before, but I can't argue because if you get the best, if he's at the top of your leaderboard, all right, of your board, I should say, it's not golf. He's top of your board, and he hasn't gotten taken in, and he's there. Yeah, you got to take him.
Right there.
You stay true to your draft. So I just hope, and put it this way, that's a good thing because you can always go get a couple. I mean, it is so heavy in wide receiver. You got the kid from Michigan, who played really well, especially in the Big Ten championship game and in the CFP. I can't remember the slot receiver's name. He's just a tough kid.
Yeah, he's balling.
Yeah. So I definitely like that. Give me your thoughts on the tight end that we just got from was it San Diego? Yeah.
Like it. I think he brings that versatility. I think last year he had 411 yards. I think he had last year, 3 touchdowns. So he's got the ability to move. You can put him in the slot. You can put him out wide. It gives you some flexibility in terms of formations and personnel. So I like what they can be able to do to create mismatches in the middle of the field. Obviously, Cole Kmet, big year last year. Expecting more of the same from him this year. But you put another guy, they were hoping to get that kind of production from Rob Tonyan last year. For whatever reason, it never came to fruition. Him and Justin seemed to be in sync during training camp last year. He was catching everything, a lot of touchdowns, making a lot of plays, but in the regular season, it just didn't pan out that way. So you go get a guy who's a really, really good pass catcher, who's got that type of athleticism, and now you add him to a growing list of weapons. So I like that move, particularly for the Bears to bring him in. You get him at 2 years, $12 million, nothing crazy, but he has that kind of production where he caught 50 plus balls, 400 plus yards, few touchdowns last year. That's type of production that you want to be able to drop into your offense, especially you're talking about him being, third, fourth option.
Talk to me about Kevin Byard. How do you like that pick? It seems like you're replacing one former all pro player with another. Talk to me about that signing because that was a void. You let Eddie Jackson. You release him. You need someone, and they didn't go get a guy with a year or two experience. They didn't go get a guy who, a rookie. They didn't do that. They went and they They signed a veteran, a guy who's a lot older than usually. Ryan Poles has come out of his 27, nothing more than 27 range, which I'm okay with. But give me your thoughts on Kevin Byard.
This guy comes in with a proven resume, 8 years in the league, all pro on his resume. He's got like 28 picks over his career, so he's got the ball production. That secondary is young enough, man. I didn't think they were gonna go young kid. It's a young secondary as is. You talk about back end, that last line of defense. You need a guy who can kind of direct some traffic back there, who's seen a lot of route combinations, who's seen a lot of different formations and stuff like that. So you got to be concerned if he's over the hill or not, right? So his Pro Bowl years, that was from Tennessee, Philly. It wasn't really great, you know what I mean? But I do still believe that he has the ability to have that range, to be productive on the ball, and to be a good communicator on the back end. And so I like the signing. You just hope that he's not over the hill. You hope injuries don't, cost him too many games, and that he still has the ability to get, off that hash and to the sideline, even if it's the opposite one. So, I think he still does have that ability. I like the signing. I'm a huge fan of the Bears secondary. I love, where they are. And so you had a big missing piece, and I thought they did a pretty good job at filling it with a proven, productive player at this level.
Do they go get a safety later in the draft
Um,
to sit under this guy because it's only a 2-year deal?
maybe. I think that Elijah Hicks has done okay when he's had to come in as a backup. I didn't think they were going to be comfortable, elevating Elijah into that starting role. But I think as a backup, he can back up both spots. They did invest in the draft there last year with Kendall Williamson. So I think, I mean, maybe it just depends on how the draft breaks. I don't view it as something like something that they have to do, but maybe. I think that secondary is pretty good and pretty set for a while. I think they're young, they're athletic, they've got depth. You talk about not just the starters. Everybody knows, Jalen Johnson and Tyreek Stevenson had himself a great rookie year, and Kyler Gordon and Jaquan. But I'm talking about Josh Blackwell. I'm talking about Jalen Jones. Like these guys that perform well on the back end. You had Smitty come in and take advantage of the opportunities he had as a rookie. So I think there's just a lot of depth right there in this secondary for them to be well positioned going forward.
Yeah, I do too. I'm telling you, great minds think alike, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. Like 4/5 of that secondary is back. All right. And then they replace the all-pro free safety with an all-pro free safety.
Yeah.
Who's got a lot of picks. All right. And so I do like that. I love what Smitty did. That was the insulator. That was you had your bets in case you didn't sign Jalen, but you did sign Jalen. And this dude is, and I liked his conference press. Talk about his presser where he talked about he still got something to prove. You very rarely hear people say that. I was like, oh no, we got to go win a championship. No, he said, I feel like I still have something to prove despite the contract. How did you like those comments from Jalen at the presser?
Yeah, I just love Jalen, man. Just talking to him all the time. He's always got, good, insightful stuff to say. His head seems to always be in the right space, and I believe him.
His insight, is thoughtful, very, very thoughtful when he speaks.
Yeah, I believe him when he says, he still feels that same hunger, and he still has a lot to prove. He talked about his father, used to motivate him, going back to high school and even before by saying, "Hey, that wide receiver said you ain't shit," and he's like get him all excited. He's like, did the wide receiver really say that? He's like, I think he said it. I don't know. Like, I mean? Like, and so Jalen still comes into the National Football League with that demeanor. He said he take the field like that every Sunday. Like, I think this dude don't think I can guard him. And now I got to show him that. He got to deal with me all day. I think that's really Jalen's demeanor. It was good to see him get the ball production last year in terms of having the 4 picks. He knows he dropped a couple more that probably could have came back with him. So, I would always give him a hard time about that. I can't remember which one was like his second one that he second game where he had dropped one. And as soon as I walked in the locker room, he was like, I already know, man. Don't say nothing. I'm like, I wasn't gonna say nothing. You already know, bro. Like, you already know. But he has that. He's that kind of self-motivated. Is what I'm saying. Like he understands he's his own biggest critic. He wants to be better than his last performance, whatever that may have been. So. I'm so glad they got that done. He talked about, stepping up even more as a leader. Now that Bojack is gone, that secondary being so young. I know Kevin Byers got a lot of experience, but you got to earn your stripes in every new locker room. You got to, you don't just come in yelling at folks. You got to come in and earn that leadership role. And so Jalen Johnson, unquestioned as the leader on that back end right now. And I think he's going to perform well. I think he's going to allow himself. He want to have another good 4 years because he want another bite at that apple. He want to get back to that table and say,
one more time.
Give me another 100 before, you know what I'm saying? Give me another 4 for 100 this time as that market continues to go up, and then he'll be 33 at the end of that one. Being made himself a couple $100 million out the league and whatever else he's done.
Wow.
Be good for him. You know what I mean? So I think he's motivated to do that, and I think as long as he's healthy, he will.
Yeah, this is what it looks like, man. Here's the no-fly zone,
man.
Baby. I love it.
That's great. I'm so excited about that dude in the middle, man. KG, I was so looking forward to him having a huge season last year. Then he came out and had the unfortunate hand injury, broke his hand early, and that just kind of derailed him a little bit. I still think he had a good season, but I thought he was going to be he was ready to make big, explosive, game-changing plays Even in the preseason, you saw him out there smacking dudes around, forcing fumbles. Like he's Kyler can do everything in terms of that nickel position. And so I'm excited about him being healthy. It's a freak injury he had last year. Then he's playing with a club, can't get the picks, can't get the punches, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to him being healthy because that dude is tough. He's explosive. He's athletic. He's quick. And he's competitive, man. I like Kyler Gordon a lot.
I do too, man. Herb, man, as always, great stuff, Papa. I really appreciate your time this morning. Do me a favor, though. Let everyone know where they can find you and your work online.
Pleasure, man. Thanks for having me. Definitely can follow me at HerbHoward411. You can follow my work for the bigs.us. I appreciate y'all, Shawn. I appreciate you, man. It's always good to chop it up with you.
Yeah, and the feeling's mutual, bro. Dude, you might be my only friend in the press box next year, dog.
Hey, me too.
Hey, you know what? You know what? I don't give up.
Cool. Like I don't take none of it personal. You know what I mean? Like I don't take none of it personal. I feel like some people do. It's like it ain't personal, bro. We just disagree. Like where you from that we can't disagree on sports and still be cool? Like you disagree with everybody in your house on sports. You can argue your brother's down all day long. We still cool. Like it ain't personal. I just disagree with your sports opinion on this particular topic. So it ain't personal, man. It's a lot of cool people that work that beat, that cover the Bears. I got
I met a few,
some good relationships with a lot of them. So
yeah.
It ain't personal. I just disagree with some of the stuff that's going on right now.
Have you ever been like, you know what? To take we're on different sides. Like you think this, like that's just so stupid, and they come and it plays out and they're stupid. Like you know what I mean? Like why would you even think that, you freaking idiot?
100%. I just don't like. I don't like how strong they doubling down on how far they going with it. Like I don't care. Like I'm not anti Caleb Williams. I don't have no problem with Shorty. I hope he is great and has a phenomenal career and reaches his full potential. That's awesome. I just think that the best path forward for the Bears is with Justin Fields and building around him and getting more assets. That's what I think. But if you think Caleb, cool. And if Caleb gets here, right? I know they're gonna go on a victory tour. Like, oh, T talk like. That's fine. Like if he gets here, I'm going to root for him. Like I don't have no problem with him. Whoever I've rooted for, Craig Krenzel and Jonathan Quinn and Moses Moreno and Henry Burris. Like you think I ain't gonna root for Caleb Williams too? Yeah, I'm gonna root for Caleb Williams too. I don't got no problem with Shorty like this. I don't like the way they're going about it.
Hey, I'm taking a victory lap when that pick gets announced. That's why some people might not look too favorably toward me. And you know what? I don't give a rat's ass, bro. I don't care because I'm trying to tell you, mugs. Like, hey, you're reporters. You're not football guys. Let me tell you about football, okay? I will lay it out. That's why, dude. I think I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to put it on Twitter. Why everything I explained to you, because people are just like, oh man, that makes a lot of sense. That's possible. That's possible. Like I know it's possible. I'm like, dude, you have to, when you're dealing with billionaires, millionaires, and billionaires, they don't think like everybody else. Like, how can I make the rule? How can I bend the rules or find a loophole to benefit me? And they found it. And don't forget, Magic Johnson's part of that group over there, man. That ownership group. Yeah. He's part of that special group. You know, he got the little stingy thing taken away from him years ago. So if he wants it, trust me, they're gonna get it. They're gonna get Caleb. They're gonna get that number 1 pick. So, man, my man Black Diamond's gonna be insufferable. No, I'm gonna be insufferable. You know what? People who want Justin Fields are gonna be sticking my ass. Like, all right, enough already, dude. Stop. I'm like, no, dude. Wait. I got some swag coming out. Wait. Everybody talk to my guy. I'm like, as soon as this drops, I said, boom.
I need this ready.
He's like, I got you. I'm like, thank you. And everyone and all the things that you see on there, everyone gonna know exactly who I'm talking to. Boom, this one's for you. 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 On my shirt. No questions about it. Say something. So I know you're gonna roll up. Say something.
Right.
Herb, great stuff, Papa. Hey, have a good one. Hey, you're not
You
going
too,
out. You're
brother.
not going out to Arizona. I know. Gino was talking about trying to go out to Arizona for spring training. You ain't trying to go out there, are you? Because I'm out there tomorrow.
Nah, I ain't going out there to
Okay.
Arizona for spring training, man. I'll be down in Orlando later this month for owners meetings, league meetings for the NFL, but I ain't going to spring
Okay.
training.
All right. I was gonna say, man,
Yeah.
we gotta link up. But all right, cool, man. Hey, again,
All
thank
right,
you so
brother.
much, brother. It was great stuff. I love talking to you, man. We'll be in touch soon.
Most definitely.
All right, man. Guys, that's Herb Howard from the Bigs, baby. I love it. You're a fool, Black Diamond. We both gonna come on, bring it. Stand on business, mug. You stand on it back then, right? You were standing on Justin's getting traded. That's a reality. Just deal with it. Justin's getting traded. That's a fact. I'm not going to discuss this. There's no need to discuss it. Justin's getting traded. Okay. I'll wait. Hey, guys, 2 hours is come and gone. What a phenomenal show. I want to thank my man Herb Howard from the Bigs for coming out talking Bears with me. And, man, listen, you guys are insane in this God blessed chat. Keith Harris in the house. That's what I'm talking about. Black Diamond in the Mickey Ficky house. That's what I'm talking about. DC's up in this mother Hubbard. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Randy B, man. We got a new guy in the chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. I appreciate it. Hit the notification buttons as well. Lula Chat, man, another new person, new face in the chat. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you were entertained. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. I appreciate it. Be smooth. What's up, Baba Walls of Jericho? Where it goes 10 Bears. What's up, Papa? Hey, thank you for tuning in. I've seen you here a few times recently. Thank you so much for coming on over. Hope you subscribed. It's free of charge, baby. I like it. Like King Booker World. That's what I'm talking about. Rest of my usual suspects, Randy B, Cornelius Squalls in the Mickey Ficky house. That's what DJ Breeze. Thank you. I know you've been starting to come up, check us out over here. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Russell Webster, thank you very much. My guys, Armando Lara Jr., my niece Monica. All right, Patty, Arturo Arnold. I don't want to miss anybody. Berlissimo from across the pond. I appreciate you tuning in, Papa. Man, everybody. Leonidas, I know you're over here trolling. Man, knock yourself out, Papa. Knock yourself out. All right, but listen, later today, 1 o'clock. All right, Nomad and I will be on. We'll be on to man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Lula Chat. 1 o'clock, Nomad will be on. We'll be on our sports show. We're gonna come up with a name with it. I'm telling you, we're coming up with a name with it. It's just we just haven't gotten to it yet. You know, we're on CP time, so we'll get a name soon. I promise. All right. But listen, I'm gonna replay this tonight at 6 p.m. So if you missed it, make sure you go check it out then. So listen, have a good day. Enjoy it. I'm out tomorrow, baby. I'm out to the AZ. I'll be next time I see you. I don't know if I'll be outside doing the show, but I'll be in Arizona with the show on Friday. We'll be coming live from AZ. All right. Thank you for the love, the support. Sports owners, no maniacs, unite. I appreciate it. We're gonna have some fun. Make sure you do me a favor. Make sure you send a voicemail, a voice text, right, or just a regular text message to a family member, a friend that you haven't seen in a minute. All right, maybe 6 months, a year, 2 years, just because life gets in the way. Just say, hey man, I just want to say what's up. I was thinking about you. Hope all is well. Hit me back whenever you get a chance. I'm telling you, that will make their freaking day. Okay? It's all about, life is not about seconds that go by. It's about moments. All right? And the more good moments you spend with good people, the better and more fulfilled your life will be. All right? I had a great moment, 45 minutes with my guy Herb Howard, just talking. Like it was just me and him. I forgot you guys were in there. You saw I wasn't even on the message board, on the chat. It was just me and Herb. Good people. All right? Great moment. I appreciate it. Keith, thank you very much, Papa. I appreciate it. I will do my best to travel safely. I'll say no to strangers. Okay. And I won't take any candy from any babies unless she's really, really fine. I'm kidding. All right, folks, I'm out of here. Like I said, we're going to replay this tonight at 6 o'clock. And you see me today at 1. All right. So I'm looking forward to it. Guys, have a great day. I will see you next time I see you live. It'll be from Arizona. Your boy, the SuperBack. I am out.